YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is back. And today, Christmas Eve, you can win a $25 Amazon gift card just by participating in the debate of the day that we posted on the Sided app. We'll leave a link pinned to the comments section there. Click on it. You can sign up, follow our page, and you just play along here. It's pretty simple. It ends tonight, so it's a one-day thing, and somebody is going to win a $25 gift card. Last time we had the debate of the day, one of our viewers won it, so I feel pretty good about somebody that's watching this video right now that they're going to win it. So, yeah, we made this post. So the debate of the day is, should the Jets find their future quarterback this offseason, or should they continue to build around Sam Darnold? They won last week. Darnold's looking pretty good. They don't have the first overall pick anymore. So that brings up more of a discussion. What should they do? It's kind of being brought up. It sounds like if the Jets don't have the first pick, they may go the build around Darnold route. So pretty hot topic right now. You guys, you vote. There's two options here. Get a new QB, build around Darnold, and then you leave your comment. You see people already commenting down here. Defend your side there. And whoever gets the most likes wins. They win that $25 gift card. So pretty simple there. If you got a good take, there's a good chance you're going to win. Yeah, it's going to be decided today on Christmas Eve. So go ahead and play along. I'll give you my take on this in a little bit here once we get into the video. But we got debates all the time, and then every week they give away more gift cards, outside of the debate today as well. So pretty cool app. Link down below. Check it out. Follow our page. But yeah, for the bold predictions of Week 16 video we do every single week at the end of the week. And you guys play along by following our Twitter and making a post on there once we ask for those hot takes every week. So if you want to get more involved and get more NFL content, go ahead and follow that Twitter. There's a link down below. Please subscribe if you're new. Full NFL coverage, even in the offseason, free agency and NFL draft coverage. It's a bunch of links down in the description and comments that you guys will find useful there. So check it out. But the first one comes from Justin Miller here, J Mill the Wizard. That is Danny Provolone of our channel, so check him out. Follow him on Twitter. But he posts, Sam Darnold could prove this week the Jets could need to build around him this offseason, potentially trading back in the draft. So, right now as they sit in the second pick. A lot of people believe this, that he can continue to prove it. Kind of proved it last week, and maybe it's not worth reaching for a quarterback at 2. Maybe trading back would be, better for the future of the Jets in general, not just for Sam Darnold. I could debate this, but my take on it, they need to be looking for the future quarterback. Quarterbacks don't change enough, in my opinion. Darnold could get better slightly, in my opinion, not by a whole lot. So I think they need to be looking for their future quarterback, but you can't really snap your finger and there he pops up. But I think people that think this are kind of onto something because. I think the Jets might be doing this if they don't have the first pick. So I'm going to call this actually realistic. I think as the rest of these last couple games happen, and since they're not holding on to that first pick, the Jets organization could start to realize, maybe do we want a Fields or Zach Wilson or just build around Darnold, get those weapons, build a whole entire team, and if in the future if a quarterback falls to us, they fall to us, fall in our lap maybe. So I think it's realistic to think that they could go this route. I guess you can answer, should they do it, though? I don't really think they should do it, but again, you can't just reach for a quarterback. But I think it's realistic to kind of, think this. I think they might do it. So it's definitely interesting, and I'm more interested in hearing your guys' thoughts, so that's why we have that sided debate of the day. So today's your only chance to do it. You can win a $25 gift card, link down below. Want to see your guys' thoughts, so make sure you vote and comment on there. Next one, sticking with the Jets topic here, Rondon Bond. Jets start a winning streak and beat the Browns, putting their chance to get Lawrence in jeopardy. I really don't. Maybe it's bold of me to call this piping hot, but I really don't think they beat the Browns. I don't think it's that bold. The Browns the Browns could have their, sloppy days, I suppose, but they're going to run the ball effectively. They're going to wear out the Jets. They're going to put points up on the board. They're not going to need to throw a whole bunch of times. If they do, I think they'll be successful. And their defense, you can get yards and points in their defense, but they get takeaways. And, that takeaway playmaking defense is really not the right defense for the Jets, especially when they're getting worn down. They're trying to keep up with a team like the Browns. So, I don't know. And I think their chances of getting Lawrence are already in jeopardy. Only 2 games left. The Jags get the tiebreaker. I think it's the main part, I think it's pretty piping that they can win, but we'll see. What if they just won 2 in a row? Blind Badger, the Patriots do exactly what you said in the picks video, except they actually win. I say this because Bill Belichick isn't going to lose on purpose, and the Bills will downplay the Pats after winning the division. So, picks video, I was trolling a little bit, but I meant what I said for sure, 100%. I was kind of building up like the Patriots could actually win the game, and they could, and saying that they're going to play pissed off that the Bills won their division. They won it. Bill Belichick's going to game plan to win. These players are going to play hard to win. And the Bills, but I ended up picking the Bills because they're the better team. They're hot right now, but I could see this, I mean, the Bills are kind of heavy favorites by a touchdown at least for a reason, so I'm going to call it warm. It's kind of not, it's in the middle there. It's in the middle. It could happen. Because, the Bills might, they celebrated winning that division. There's really no logic behind it besides you can see teams, not really the Bills, but teams doing that, kind of just, being a little disappointed the week after, and the Patriots, playing angry and possibly winning. They got a good defense. They can win. The Patriots can win almost any game they step into. Last time they played, Patriots gave a run for their money. They could have won the game there if Cam Newton didn't fumble at the end. They're in the red zone. So, and Josh Allen's been fantastic. MVP conversation. You can continue that in this game. It's very possible. Maybe there's a little better defense than what he's been seeing. Debatable with the Steelers. I guess we don't know the Steelers. Are they the same? Overall, very good performance, but maybe the Patriots can slow them down, and that could just be the difference. Patriots can win. So I think it's possible. I picked the Bills for a reason, but yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about here. That the Patriots can pull off the upset. Patrick Dibbets, the Giants defense shuts down Lamar, and the Giants win in a low-scoring squeaker. So yeah, low-scoring and a squeaker, which means tight game, 3 points or less. I picked the Ravens. The Ravens feel like they're kind of back. Their offense is kind of back. They're rolling. And they're back on track. They're looking better than ever for this year, I should say. Maybe not quite as the team as last year, but not far off at the moment. Giants got a good defense, though. I think I picked the Ravens. I picked them, but I think this is realistic. I think even though, I picked the Ravens, I'm confident in the Ravens. I like where they're heading. I kind of called them getting back on track, so I'm on board with the Ravens. But I do think it's realistic. I think people are kind of sleeping on the Giants a little bit for this game. They may have the formula. They beat the Seahawks. Remember that Seahawks, one of the best offenses in football. They really threw Russell Wilson off. I know Russ can run, can throw a little better than Lamar. So I know they're different quarterbacks. Lamar's going to run a little, better. But the Giants, they got that defensive game plan for quarterbacks like this. They got a good defense in general. If they slow down Lamar, if we fast forward and say the Giants slowed down Lamar, and you didn't see the game, you slept through the game, but I told you the Giants they kind of shut down Lamar. They slowed him down, that good defense. Who do you think won? I think most people would say the Giants probably won. They probably won that game. So then, it becomes pretty damn realistic here. Again, I'm confident the Ravens, but the Giants, they got that defense to do it. The offense got to take care of business too. They can't turn the ball over. I think Ravens will blitz, well like they do against a team like that. So we'll see. Interesting one, though. Tim Joyce, Packers clinch the 1 seed, setting up a very first Jordan Love start next week. Packers to clinch the 1 seed. They need to beat the Titans Sunday Night Football, a game that can go either way, and they need the Rams to beat the Seahawks. So they need both those to happen, and that's a game that can go either way as well. And then that would maybe create a Jordan Love start next week against the Bears, which I would love to see. I like Jordan Love, a lot of upside. He can be a little raw at first, a little, have the moments, but a guy like Justin Herbert is succeeding right now. Jalen Hurts, so why can't Jordan Love? I think a lot needs to happen at the same time. I don't want to say piping because a lot needs to happen, but if you look at each one. It might be pretty piping there because I don't know if Jordan Love would Jordan Love start? That's kind of the question. A lot needs to happen. I'm not going to call it piping. I'm going to call it hot because it is a lot. But they can beat the Titans 50-50 game. Seahawks can beat the Rams can beat the Seahawks 50-50 game. And then would they go Jordan Love? So hot, piping hot, kind of in the area there because, again, I keep saying it, but a lot needs to happen here. But very interesting. It'd be very cool to see Jordan Love against the Bears next week. That'd be very cool. I would be on board for that. But moving on. And you got to bring into question, with the Packers, even if they clinch, are they the type of team that would just throw in backups? Sometimes it hurts teams, and they got to get rusty for 2 weeks then because they get the bye. So debatable stuff there. That might be piping now I'm talking more. Luke Bumgarner, Dalvin, and Alvin. So Dalvin Cook and Alvin Kamara will combine for over 300 scrimmage yards. This is the Christmas game. Vikings versus Saints. So they combine for 300 scrimmage yards. I think it's safe to say Dalvin could get, the Saints got a pretty tough defense, but he can get 100 yards. maybe in the ballpark of 30 to 50 yards receiving, could potentially get more. So we're getting close to 150. And then Alvin Kamara hasn't been getting a whole lot of rushing yards, but if you look at the Vikings defense right now, the way they're playing, who they're putting out in the field, ton of injuries, people can run, maybe a Latavius Murray revenge game. So it depends on who gets the ball here, but a guy like Alvin Kamara can run 100 yards. He can outrun Dalvin Cook in this game given the defense on the other side. And then we know he's going to – I could see Alvin Kamara going for 100 and 100, going 200 scrimmage yards, maybe more than that. So – and then Dalvin should get 100 at least out of that. It sounds like a lot, but I do think this is pretty realistic. It depends. Maybe they want to just run Latavius, then Alvin won't get too many carries, and then it's going to be up to him to get all that pretty much receiving yards wise, and then maybe some rushing. So that's the tough part. I'm gonna say this is realistic though. I think you got two top backs in the league that can catch the ball and move after the catch. I think Alvin Kamara's in prime position, given who he's playing here on Christmas, to have maybe the best game of the season for himself there. So that's something to look out for. If you got him on your fantasy team, you're looking pretty good this week. So I think it's realistic. It might sound crazy, but yeah. One-shot bread man. Rams and Seahawks tie, so the Cardinals still can win the South. So yeah, they're pushing for a tie there. I will say this. First, predict a tie, pretty damn piping. Pretty damn piping hot, pretty bold. But I will say this: if there was a game, on the sheet, in the NFL in Week 16, that if you had to pick one to tie, this would probably be the one. So if I had to pick one, this would be the one. So maybe he's onto something here, but it's pretty piping that they could tie. But to think that somebody's got to win. Somebody's got to win the game, but it'll probably be close. Probably be a close game. Pretty wild if they end up tying, though. We can come back to this. Sanjay IR, the Browns beat the Jets and the Colts beat the Steelers, leading to a Week 17 showdown for the AFC North. It's got to happen. Maybe it's bold of me to say it's happening, but this is what I predicted. I predict the Browns beat the Jets. I mean, that's happening. Colts beat the Steelers, I predicted, but that's actually a game that can go either way. I can see the Steelers winning that game, but I predicted this to happen as well, and it's got to happen. AFC North championship game. It's almost like a college football conference championship game a week before the playoffs, deciding, big things here. It's got to happen. We need it. AFC North championship last week. Oh, that'd be the greatest thing. So it's happening. Come on. It's happening. Let's speak it into existence here. But again, the Steelers can beat the Colts. I was thinking Steelers until I saw them play on Monday night against the Bengals. Then I'm thinking Colts, but the Colts want to establish the run to open up the pass. Steelers could stop that. They haven't been playing as good defensively. They could stop that. That'd be a reason the Steelers could win. And they're going to try to extend their quick passing game is usually 5-7 yards. They're going to try to extend that a little bit to about 10 yards on the sideline in between the corner of safety. The Colts run a lot of cover too. So that's how I'm looking out for it. Steelers could win that game. I did pick the Colts just because they're playing better ball right now. So it's tough to pick the Steelers, but we'll see. So yeah, hoping for that AFC North showdown there in Week 17. That'd be awesome. From Matty Phantom's gonna try again here. Last week he had one a little low on the missed kicks. I think we tied it on just Thursday night alone, or one away, or I don't know. But he upped it a little bit. 10 to 15 missed kicks this week, and I'm trying to think how many kicks are missing a week. They're maybe just under one per game if you had to average it out. It almost feels like one per game right about now, which would be 16 games would be 16 missed kicks, but there's probably not quite. There's probably quite a few games that have 0. There's probably a few games that have 2 or 3. I'm gonna say it's happening. I'm in my head I'm thinking around that 12 range. That's a lot of kicks though, but these kickers stink. They stink. 11, 12, around there. But we're getting to playoff time. These guys got to start. Maybe they're going to click. Maybe they're going to click into playoff time. They can't be missing these anymore. These extra points. But I don't know. I'm thinking we're getting the double digits here, so I think he's on to it. I think he's on the appropriate number. We'll have to keep track of this week. Definitely something to watch. Makes it more interesting. The kicker watch. That's going to do it for the bold predictions, though. Make sure you go to that sided link pinned in the comments. Vote. Leave your take. I want one of our viewers to win that $25 gift card somebody did last time, so I don't want somebody else that doesn't even know about the channel that just found the app to win it. So support the Goat House there. Win yourself a gift card. Link down below. Smash that like button. Subscribe. That'd be much appreciated. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Goodbye.